Hey guys, it's me. So I wanted to show you guys two of the dolls that are not up there now because they're on my desk. Two of my other ball jointed or jointed dolls. And well, let me show you this one first, and then I'll get into the story of the other one that I'm going to show you. So this is Lilith. She is a Yucan doll, and I actually did her face up a little bit, but I think I'm gonna redo it because the lips are just too red for me. But she is cute. I'm not a big fan of the anime faces, except for the Smart Dolls, because the Smart Dolls, I love how their bodies look. But I got her, she was one of my first, and I was able to name her. She's called Lilith, and I took her out of the outfit she originally came in and put her into something more sporty and modern, and then I braided her hair because I'm not a fan of long hair on the dolls. So I usually tend to cut it, but I left hers long and I just opted to give her braids instead. And this one I've never named because I had a really bad experience with her purchase, and she was what I thought would be my first real one. I initially spent $150 on her, and the seller actually had to reimburse me 25% off that price because she came so damaged that I couldn't believe it. I absolutely couldn't believe it. And there is a short which shows you how exactly she came. First off, she was covered in blue dye everywhere. And the reason why I got her was because I absolutely loved her face. I did add a lip ring to her and cleaned her face up a little bit because whoever had made her dyed this, I don't know, it wasn't even a wig. I guess they took like strands of, it felt like horsehair, and they just glued it on and they dyed it in like a blue, which had rinsed out, so the hair was like an icy blue color. What you didn't see in the pictures of that were listed for her sale, because I brought her secondhand, was that she was covered in the blue dye that was from the hair. So it was all over her clothes, it was all over her neck. And then whoever had done the body shading just covered her in red, and underneath at her feet, they were covered in like an orangey, almost skin tone paint, and it looked like acrylic paint. So I think the person who had done her, I guess, realized that it was too red, and so then they started to add paint to her to cover up the red. And unfortunately, I couldn't return her because of the return policy on the Etsy shop that she was from. So I ended up spending about 3 hours to remove the hair that had been glued on her head, and then I purchased this wig for her. And you can see here how crudely her head had been cut open to add the eyes, which are beautiful. The eyes have like a little heart-shaped pupil inside. So I ended up getting her another wig, and what I did is I had to remove as much of the red as I could, and where there were patches where I couldn't remove the red, I actually ended up tattooing her entire body. And so it started as me covering up the patches and then just adding tattoos. So she's completely tattooed, and I don't know if she has. Yeah, she does have a bra on. Let me strip her down so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. So I gave her a number of tats to cover up all the damage. I got most of the paint off her feet, which you could see still is in the red, and I painted her toenails black. She's got tattoos there, and then in her upper body I also tattooed. And I just, oops, her hand just fell off. Her hands do pop off for them to be changed if the person wants to change them. Let me put her hand back in. I also tattooed her here and her back. And then I gave her a little tattoo in her arms and her, did like a quarter sleeve here. So I spent weeks working on her to get her to look somewhat better. And I just haven't been able to really connect with this one. I never named her. I just threw her on the shelf because I was so disgusted with the whole situation. So I actually might end up putting her up on my Mercari shop for sale just because it's just bitter. It's a bitter experience. So when you're buying from people from Mercari, make sure to ask questions. Ask them to, especially if it's an expensive doll, have them take the clothes off and send you pictures of what the body looks like. Ask them if the wig is attached. It was my fault. I didn't ask enough questions. I should have asked more questions about her condition. And asked for more detailed pictures. But it was a really disappointing experience, and so she's been sitting up there in this outfit that I had gotten initially for this one, because most of the clothes that she came with was just ruined in the blue dye. And you can see even after washing her undergarments, you can see they're just like, they look like, you know, when you wash your clothes at home for a couple of years and they've just gotten like dark from all the other laundry you've thrown it in with. So I have been debating on whether to keep her or sell her, and I think I'm just gonna pop her into my Mercari shop and sell her on to somebody who can appreciate her, because I honestly have not been able to connect with her. Not to mention that when she came in a box that was absolutely destroyed. It was almost completely open, and half of her was dangling out of the box. It was just, the whole experience was absolutely horrible, and made it to the point where I don't think I would ever buy a secondhand doll again from anyone after this experience, or I would make sure to ask 10 million questions and annoy the heck out of them before I throw down some money to have a doll sent to me, or to purchase a doll that's secondhand. So yeah, so this is her. Again, she was never named, and when I sell her, I'll probably sell her with the outfit she came in with, the pieces that I was able to salvage, and some shoes and stuff like that she came with that I'm not a fan of either. But yeah, it was a shame. It was a sad experience with the doll, with buying the doll. But yeah, I mean, she's face-wise, she's adorable, her face. She has like a very eclectic, boho hippie vibe, which is of course my kind of vibe. But like I said, the amount of damage she had on her was absolutely disappointing, and so she will, like I said, probably be up on my Mercari shop. So that's her. And of course, this one, she came in pristine condition. She's beautiful. She's heavy. She's great for, whoops, she's flashing everybody. She is really good at standing. Like for pictures and stuff, she's awesome. I need to buy her some more clothes that's a little bit more funky, and I do need to redo her face because, again, I did her lips, but I used acrylic and I don't like the way they came out. They're a little too red for me, and I'm more of a natural look. But she is really cute, and she is going to be a permanent member of my collection. So I'm happy with her. But with the other one, I'm just like, she's really beautiful, her face, but the rest of her was so damaged. It's a shame. So I wanted to show them to you because I know I have them sitting up on the back there, and people sometimes comment when they see pictures of me sitting here or videos, they comment on the dolls in the back. These are the girls in the back. So that is that, guys. Just wanted to share. So until next time, bye.